Welcome to the Daily Dish with Leanne Ely. This is a show about you, your life, and the vibrancy you want. Join us for daily motivation, wise women's tips, and more as we collectively gather together and move the needle in our lives, heart, mind, body, and soul. Now, here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
Hello. How about a Wise Women's Wednesday? What do you think? I say we do it. And Noreen is already in the house. She's holding open the door. Who's coming on in? Here comes Doris. Here comes Helen. So glad to have you all here. Anyway, this whole week we've been talking about this idea of resilience. And resilience really is one of those miraculous things we all have to take a look at. Hi there, Trisha. I'm glad you're here. Amber's in the house. Jenny's in the house. Lindsay's in the house too. Don't forget, but the whole team is here. Marguerite is having a good cold afternoon. Jackie's in the house. You know what? It's good. It's all good. Did I say hi to Doris? I hope I did. And Helen, I did. Corliss is here as well. I'm glad you're here. Wise Women's Wednesday is one of my favorite days because we get to reflect on this. Like, what would a wise woman do? How would a wise woman take resilience to the bank, so to speak, and really plug it into her life? This is the coolest part. Well, hello, Diane. Nice to have you here. Sue is in the house as well. Terry, Debbie, Corliss, Debbie. Oh, double Debbies. No, one Debbie. There you go. You're trying to pull me up on the big screen? Oy, that's going to be fun to look at. Hey, Alice, how are you? Anyway, quote of the week is a good one. Look at this. Courage is resistance to fear, mastery of fear, but not the absence of fear. I think Mark Twain took a little lesson from our fear fence, don't you think? Deborah, I'm so glad you're here. Yes, the dream team is here. Saying hello is a good idea. So last night was our we had our inner circle, and all of a sudden, right in the middle of a hot seat, boom, my computer goes black. Apparently, I froze. It turned out, y'all, because I'm back on my computer. I thought it was dead. I thought it was dying. I thought it was over. A bad cord. So I had another cord, switched it out upstairs. So here I am. I'm back in black. No, without black. We don't want the black screen, do we? Oh my goodness. Anyway, so I just I shared with you yesterday that pretty lovely card that I got from Jane yesterday. I also just got a message from Jane this morning telling us one of our lovelies' husbands had passed. And all of you who know Carol Scott, who has been here, and I was wondering, Amber and I, as a matter of fact, were talking like, where's Carol been? We haven't seen her in a while. Well, it turns out her husband was in hospice and he passed away. Today is his Memorial Day, his memorial this afternoon at 3:00. So keep our sweet Carol in prayer, and her family and her kids and everybody else, because it's a hard thing going through the loss of someone, and they'd been together for over 50 years. So we just keep our sweet Carol in our hearts, in our prayers, and we're just giving her the love. So let's do that. Make sure that we all do that. Hey, Angie, Denise, I'm glad you're here. Joanne is here as well. Good to have you here. I'm so glad you're here. So that's what we have. That's what's going on today. Obviously, we're in the middle of we just started our Get Strong, Be Strong challenge, and everybody's, coming up for it. I want to see some flexing. Show me some muscle. If you're doing it, show me. I want to see. Yeah, because, I'll tell you something. Becoming strong physically, there's a direct correlation to what's going on in your brain as well, and how you feel and everything else. So I am a humongous believer in anything that we can do to be strong. Anything that we can do to be strong. There's a tremendous thing that happens to you. I mean, the endorphins, the serotonin and dopamine, you get the full hit, the full spectrum of happy hormones and endorphins, and it just makes such a big deal, such a big difference. Look at all my good Get Strong ladies. Look at them all. Just showing me what you got. That's right. Bring it on. Bring it on. Hi, Juanita. I'm glad you're here. Yeah, this is how we get it done, guys. This is how we become the strongest versions of ourselves, and it's also how we connect with ourselves. There's a strong, strong, strong connection there. And the more I read about it, the more I'm just like, you just can't simply stay out of the gym, and you can't stay away from any kind of exercise that is weight resistance, whether you're using body weight or free weights or machines, whatever it is, it's important. Your life is worth it. I shared with you a quote from Peter Attia, who's a doctor specializing in, the connections that we make with nutrition and with our mind, body, the whole bit. And one of the things that he said is that if you want to be a strong 85-year-old, you cannot afford to be a slack 50-year-old. Paraphrase, of course. I don't have this exact quote, but this is it. So this is your call. You've got a free guide. You got free plan on how to get it done. Do get started with it. That's at savingdinner.com/strong. That's where you're going to find it. We also have a supplement that I absolutely adore, organic ACV. I can't drink apple cider vinegar, y'all. It makes my throat hurt. I don't like it. I keep burping it up and tasting it. It's not for me. But I like the effects of organic apple cider vinegar. Has to be organic, has to have the mother. That's dried and in this capsule. You can buy 3 and get 1 for free. Screaming deal. All the benefits are listed at savingdinner.com/show, including lowering your blood sugar, including helping with digestion, including being a prebiotic to help your gut health. It's huge. It is massive. Hi, Linda. So glad you're here. Denise is here too. Hi, Denise. I didn't see you. I did not say hi, but I'm glad someone saw you. Anyway, that's what's happening. Also, we are taking reservations for Casino Royale. That's what we're calling it, Casino Royale. Now, if you go to this page, savingdinner.com/casino, on March 3rd and 4th, it's the 7 o'clocks that you need to put reservations in for, okay? I don't know if the page has changed at all, but it's there. Hi, Gloria. I'm glad you're here. So let's make sure, by the way, that anybody, anyone wants to get in on that and get your reservation. It's a really good idea because the 7 o'clock ones, well, you can't get in without reserving your seat. Helen's already signed up. Good girl. That's the way we do it. That's the way it's done. What else am I missing? Am I missing anything, Jenny? Tell me if I'm missing anything because I'm ready to just dig in. I don't know if I have my TikTok video. Go check out my TikTok video. Y'all, when you get on there, give it lots of, go like this. Beep, 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 beep. That's all the loving and all the huggins, kind of a thing. Give it not just one little lovey. I mean, we're talking boop, 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 like that on all of them. Watch them all. Do it to all of them. And it gets us up in the algorithm. Boop, who knew? I just found that out. Anyway, I did a TikTok video on how to get your dishes sparkly, sparkly clean, especially the silverware. Because if you've noticed, for me, the sparkly silverware is a thing of the past. I don't use those rinse aid stuffs because they're full of all kinds of garbage. And so I'm looking at ways to do this. I have a secret for you. It's on TikTok. That's TikTok. You can find us at TikTok, Saving Dinner, Instagram, all of it. It's just whatever their website is, then /Saving Dinner or /@Saving Dinner if you're on TikTok. Now, we also, let me just tell you what's happening tomorrow. Well, should I ruin the surprise? No, I'm not going to ruin the surprise. And maybe I'll give you a hint about the surprise. If you are on our text message list, boy, oh boy, are you. I know you're always holding me back. I think it's too much fun. But anyway, tomorrow, when you see tomorrow's text message, y'all, if you don't laugh, then I'm going to personally come over to your house and tickle you because it is hilarious. I just cannot wait for you to get tomorrow's text message. It's screaming funny. And plus you're going to get something fun. And, and not only are you going to do that, but you're also going to, get just a screaming deal as well. Hey there, Jane. I'm glad you're here. So go to your phone, open up your text message application and send this to this phone number. Put 855-960-3720, where you would put somebody's name normally. And then in the message part, put the word join all in caps. After that, we will send you a message back saying, are you sure about this? And you just have to say yes or no, or Y or N. I'm not sure what it is. It'll tell you exactly what to do in the prompt, but you have to do this. You have to reply back to that text. So just wait. Just wait. Yeah, Kristen Wiig would be proud. I agree. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I don't know. I don't know. But there might be chicken feet involved in the next TikTok. Just saying. You got to be there. Please get on there. And let's bump up our TikTok because it's pretty fun. All right. And you can find us everywhere else as well. If you have any issues getting your text messages in, I'll tell you what, our Lindsay, who is brilliant on these little teaching videos, has a teaching video and teach you how to do it. Go to savingdinner.com/text. It'll just make it so much easier for you. Okay. And it'll just show you too. Remember, the double opt-in is important. So remember, when that message comes back to you, you need to say something about it, or you're just not going to get the messages. And you want tomorrow's message just because for any good reason. Well, first of all, you're going to get a little something that's free for those text message folks, plus a discount, plus you're going to laugh your pants off. Tell me what you think it is too, by the way, once you get there. Tomorrow, Friday, Q&A. Send your questions in to support@savingdinner.com. And in that subject line, all you have to do is put question for Leanne. Boom, done. And question for Leanne on Friday is preferable because then that way we know it's for the Friday questions. Okay. And again, I want to help you in any way I possibly can, but keep in mind, I also do nutritional consults. Now you have to request this. You get a link from us to get this. Yes, it's a paid thing. I do not do this often, but if you need a big nutritional consult, you need to know what it is that you need to do based on your blood tests, and you need to break it all down. Then you're going to want to send in an email to support@savingdinner.com and say, I want to make an appointment. Can you give me a link? And we'll send it to you. We don't have this out for the general public, and I don't do this often. I do have some room on my calendar, and that's why I'm mentioning it. But I'm going to make you jump through a hoop to do it. If you mean business, you know what to do. All right? Keep it that way. All right. So this week, we've been talking all about resilience. Because resilience is one of those things that is going to get you through if you have it, or it's going to hold you back if you don't. Resilience is that part of you that rises to the occasion. And resilience is just kind of, it's the tough stuff. It's the spine that all of us need in order to make good decisions, in order to move forward, in order to have the vibrant life that we want. If you're not resilient in the face of things when they're hard and you just quit really easily on yourself, you're never going to feel what it feels like to be tested and to pass the test. That's just the truth. And those of you who've been through it, who have been resilient, who have passed the test and gone through it, you know the difference on how it feels to get it done and to say, you know what, I persevered. I didn't give up. I didn't quit on myself. I've got grit, not quit. It's important. And it means something. It means a lot. So keep this in mind as I'm talking about resilience all the way through, because resilience shows up in all kinds of ways. And resilience also helps us to do things that maybe aren't natural. Resilience it's really something else. It is the continuity of creating the vibrant life that you want. Got to have it. So yesterday we were looking at how it plays out with world-class athletes. We talked about how they created this whole resilient mindset and how they followed through even when the going got tough, and how they broke records when everybody said it couldn't be done. We've seen this over and over again. We've seen this with our beloved Diana Nyad. We've seen this with Roger Bannister in the 4-minute mile. And then we talked about a couple of other athletes who, went around Britain, swam around Britain for 157 days straight. And also the dude in the 1800s who went across Antarctica with, where did he go? Yeah, he went across via the South Pole, went across Antarctica via the South Pole, barely surviving, but found that the resilience of his crew was very much due to the science of smile. And that's where we're going to land today, because I think about back in the 1800s, they don't have sophisticated equipment on board. They have a rickety old wooden boat that I'm sure is just, probably not very lovely. I'm going to bet that there's, it smells funny, it's funky. They're not eating very well. They're all cold and wet. Think about how the miserable conditions of that particular boat. Think about that. So when we look at that and we think, how on earth did they survive all of this? And in this diary of this captain, he's saying that it had to do with smiling. This is what helped them to survive. This is what gave them the resiliency to keep going. So in particular, there's science of a smile that can instigate a type of resilience that every single one of us on this planet needs. It's an absolute truth. So the science is extraordinarily clear on this, and there's lots and lots of studies on it, how a smile can lift your mood, lower stress, and even lower the, boost your immune system and bring down the probability of having a panic attack. Isn't that incredible? A smile. Who ever thought of that? It's just amazing. Well, there's this thing called, and not just for yourself, but for others. And that is because there's this thing called mirror neurons, right? Mirror neurons. So as I'm smiling at you, your mirror neurons are picking up of it, and you're smiling too. Even if you're not smiling back at me, you're still smiling. And those mirror neurons inside of you are firing, and you're feeling the same thing when I'm smiling. Isn't that great? Are you all smiling right now? Pinkies up if you're smiling. Show me a smile. I can't see it, but I know what a pinkies up is. If you're smiling, throw them up. So here we are, here we are today, 2+ years really into a full-on pandemic, still dealing with it. And I will tell you that smile that you have, that I have, that everyone has, those smiles carry so much weight right now. They are so incredibly important because this is how we can communicate with one another. So important, as a matter of fact, that what they found in COVID wards was that when they put pictures, big pictures of themselves with their identification, the nurses and the doctors put these big badges on with them with a great big, toothy smile, because they're so covered in all their protective gear. They found that their patients did better, that they could relate better, and that their patients would, even smile back at them. So I really think that is one of the most critical things, is that we as humans need this from one another. We need it to mirror back, and we need it for what it does to our whole entire system. It's interesting to me, and it just makes me say, oh yes, we are fearfully and wonderfully made. When we look at how we do this with each other and how we feel this particular way, it's pretty interesting. So when we smile, we release endorphins, just like we do when we are exercising, just like we do when we're exercising. Endorphins just make us feel good, And then there's also dopamine and serotonin, also known as the happy hormones. Those make us feel good. So we do this as we're exercising, but it's not always, necessary for us to exercise to release these, we can do it with a smile. With a smile. And you want to hear something that's really crazy about this whole thing? You can read about this and you find it at PubMed. It's a natural painkiller. Natural painkiller, because endorphins help to kill pain, and so do serotonin and dopamine. And get this, physical and emotional pain. This is why it works so well with depression. Do you know that one of the most effective ways of dealing with depression, better than any antidepressant on the market, is exercise? Exercise, and then you couple that with meditation. Well, read the science on it. It's pretty incredible. So these are just incredible ways that our bodies have of coping with stuff that's just no fun. It is no fun to deal with stuff that is constantly stressful. It's no fun to deal with stuff that has us constantly with our back up against the wall and feeling like we have no resources or no way out. A smile will turn the whole thing upside down. It will. And did you know that your smile is the physiological foundation for this emotional intelligence that we call empathy? It's true. When we have a smile, we are inviting somebody in. We are inviting somebody in, and our brains are trying to understand what that other person is about. So if you're having a discussion and you're obviously appropriately smiling, you don't do this when somebody's telling you some sad story and you just sit there grinning like a fool. But empathy is we are trying to join with the other to walk alongside. That's what empathy is. A whole lot different than sympathy. It's more like compassion, with putting your arm around somebody and saying, I love you and I care about you. So this is the coolest thing, I think. Yes, and we are fearfully and wonderfully made because we are built to love. We're built to care. And this is part of the whole design that God put in us in the first place. Isn't that incredible? So some people have to practice smiling, and other people, it's just part of who they are. They just smile easily. Smiling comes easily. Others, not so much. But the science always points to smiling people, smilers, I guess, as being a whole lot happier, more content, and yes, way more resilient than their sisters who have a hard time wrestling up a smile. Interesting. And the research shows that smiling turns a group into a community. I thought that just lit me up. Isn't that the truth? So when I go to the Hot Melt Sprint group, I see a ton of smiles. And here it is. Isn't it interesting? It's all online. We haven't had a get together in person for a number of years, but yet each one of these posts, I can see smiling lovelies on the other side of them. I can feel their connection simply because that's my choice. I choose to go in there like that. And I know that this is pretty much what's going on. It makes social interaction so much easier because smiling is contagious. It's contagious. So the connection that we have then is a smile. And sometimes, you get a lot of smiling little emoji fun things, and people are, posting funny things. It's fantastic. And to think that just this, small little group on Facebook out of thousands, probably millions of small groups that are out there, we got our little band of smiling warriors in there, just doing their thing and hanging out together and trying to be the very best versions of themselves that they can be. I don't know about you, but that just makes me smile. I think it's wonderful. And also the research shows, this is fabulous, that people who smile are more trustworthy, more successful, and more attractive. Okay. You want to take that one to the bank? I say you do. Write out the check to Smiling Me. I can take this to the bank. There you go. All done. So then the question gets to the place of, if this is the truth, if this is what this research is showing, how can I smile more? How can I be more of a smiling person? So I've got this for you because I know you want to be that resilient, wise woman. And I know that you want to also maybe lighten the load a little bit? Anyone? I know for me, that's just absolutely true. So number one is seek out the funny stuff. Go find it. It's out there. Everybody who's here, go post a funny meme today in the Saving Dinner in our not on. You can do it here on Saving Dinner, but you can also do it in our Hot Melt Sprint group. Funny memes just light people up. I mean, we love that, don't we? I love it. I love a funny meme. I love something that makes me laugh out loud, not at the expense of someone else, not something political or, some kind of whatever. Do something fun, just something fun that makes everybody have a good belly laugh. There's movies, there's jokes, there's all kinds of things that make you smile. And then, of course, if you laugh, well, now we're just taking it to the next level, haven't we? That just lights the whole thing up. Number two is think about happy thoughts that you have, memories of the first time you met your child. That is a happy memory when you're just looking at their little eyes and just locking in and connecting. Think about the first time that your spouse said, "I love you." Happy memories like that. Those are all intense and helpful to go back to and relive, because we have a tendency to relive a lot of the ugly stuff. Why don't we go back and relive the beautiful stuff? It'll make you smile and more resilient. Remind yourself to smile. Go get a sticky note. If you've got some of these, boy, do I love these. We have these full bloom ones. Get a sticky note out and do one of these. I'm going to show you exactly what to do. Here's your exercise. Here it is. Maybe you just need a reminder. Maybe stick that on your bathroom mirror, or put it on your computer monitor, or put it near a light switch or something. If you need reminders to smile, nobody's condemning you for that. But I will remind you, smile. It'll make you feel better. And then smile as you write down every day. Those of us who are doing our Take Back Your Life journal, that's what this looks like, by the way. And in the Take Back Your Life journal, I'll show you on the daily planner part. Do you see that top right there? 3 things I am grateful for. Do you know what I do when I write those out? And I just didn't even realize that I did this, but it's been super helpful. I smile as I'm writing them out. Can you imagine what that does? Smiling with gratitude sprinkled on top, that's like an ice cream sundae. That's just elevated that little scoop of ice cream into a spectacular dessert, hasn't it? Sorry to use all the food analogies, but you know what I'm saying. Number 5 is make a decision to smile. Make a decision. That's what I do. I smile a lot. I'm a big smiler. I smile over everything. Smile at the cashier in the store and make an attempt to just connect with her just for that second. The lady on your walk that you're passing by, just smile and say, "Hey, how are you today?" But just make a decision that this is what you're about. You're about smiling and connecting with those around you and everything in your path, everyone in your path. Even when you're on the phone and you're talking to the cell phone provider, what an annoying conversation that is, or the people who are in charge of your cable. Anybody ever have that one? Or have to call a credit card company? Smile at them even. Smile at them. They can't see you, but you can see you. You can feel it, and you can see the difference on how that conversation will go. Even if you have a complaint to levy. What about that? It changes things. And it changes the resilience and the way that you do life and the way that you feel about the things that are hard. Number 6, spend time with positive people. Hello, can I just make a call here? Everyone who's listening to this and is not a part of a Hot Melt Sprint group on Facebook, you are missing out. This group of women, we collaborate together. We move the needle together. We do things and challenge each other together. And you know what else? We love on one another. We care for each other. And we're letting everyone know that this is what we're about. And it's just time to get on that. When we get on that, that's when we know. And when we're a part of a group, of a community of people who smile, That's when we know we're on to something and we feel good. We're in amongst friends, people who love and people who care. Makes all the difference in the world. And number 7, the last one is just stay mindful. When we're smiling, we are staying mindful because we're living in the present. When we're living in the past and rolling around in all the old icky, ugly memories and all the old stuff, and our focus is just completely wonky and off to, wherever, it brings us down. It sucks us dry. It throws us, for a loop all the time. You can't feel good if you're constantly in the past, but you can feel good if you're in the present. And when we're in the present, it causes us to pay attention. We're now mindful, and we're no longer living in our subconscious, no longer on autopilot. And that puts us in the place of where we are looking toward a really excellent, amazing future, and that we are looking toward what we have, the resiliency of living a life fully expressed in the present and among people that we love. What about that? I say yes to that. And it's cheap, actually free, and it's pretty easy to do. It's just a mindset thing. And you don't have to think much about it, especially if you surround yourself with a bunch of really great people. Amen? I love that. I love it. The science of a smile. Who knew that a smile could do so much? Especially make us more resilient to all the stuff around us. Amen to that. So if you need to, go make yourself a sticky note or several and put them all around. Go find yourself something funny to laugh about. And remember that when you're writing your gratitudes out every morning, and I hope you do that, at least 3, just smile as you're writing them out so that you can underline them, highlight them, and know in your heart of hearts that your life is changing for the best. And it's all because of one little smile? Sure, why not? I like that. That's all I've got for you today, but I think that was a good one. I love smiling. I hope you do too. Peace be with you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching. Check back for new episodes. If you missed the live show, you can always watch the replay. You can find Saving Dinner on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Until next time, pinkies up.